the offensive coordinator of the Aztecs, Bob Toledo. Coach, were you shocked a little bit? I mean, that Air Force team had come in with some quality wins. They're a good program, as you know, always. They put up a good record, and 30-14, that's a pretty good victory against a quality opponent.
I'll tell you, it was a good win for us, Dan, and I thought our kids played good. Defensively, we played awesome. I mean, we shut them down. Nobody's really been able to do that. And then offensively, we had the ball for 36 minutes, which is a shock against a team like Air Force, and had 78 plays and over 500 yards. But I think the disappointing thing, and when I heard the little pre deal on your show, I thought, oh, God, here goes one of those red zone plays. We're not going to make it, but at least Pumphrey scored on that one. That was good because we had a hard time scoring in the red zone this week.
All right, I can hear it already, Coach. Here we go. Now, listen here. You're bowl eligible. You ran the ball 44 times. And, Coach, why do I feel 326 yards by Quinn Kaler and 17 of 30, 6 of 16 on third down? I'm not getting the sense you're happy.
Well, you know, you can never be pleased. You've been around a lot of us coaches. You know how we are.
I don't mean to give you these leading questions, but
you're, you know, when you leave that many points on the floor, I mean, it just drives you crazy. We had opportunities to score over 50 points, and you know, we made a few field goals. We actually missed a field goal, but God, when you're in the red zone and you're missing guys that are wide open for touchdowns, it's just frustrating. And you know, as good a game as we had, there's still some work to be done.
Here, and you know what? I think that's really kind. I think we all agree. And you know what, Coach? I hate to do this, and I never really ever do this, but Quinn Kaler, he's a functional kid. You know, he's going to get your team into a bowl now. You guys are going to be able to set up the future here. But we kind of talked about this last week a little bit. Got to have an upgrade a little bit at that position, no?
I think so. You know, I appreciate the kid. You know, and
yeah, absolutely.
And unfortunately, he's been hurt all year, and he's really playing with a lot of pain and showing a lot of courage. But you know, we just need to be more productive. You know, we need to be more efficient throwing the football. We need to be, you know, we need to make routine plays, and we're not making some of those right now. And that's the thing that's probably the most disturbing.
Would you agree that the team's record is not indicative of what the talent level is on the team?
Well, I think if you look back, I think there's two games, maybe even three that we could have and should have won, and we didn't because of the mistakes that we made. So yeah, I think we're actually a better team, and we showed it the other night. I mean, we're a pretty good football team when we're hitting on most cylinders, you know. So we got a chance to end up on a good note, and hopefully we'll beat San Jose State this week and get in a bowl game and finish up really strong.
Boy, this Pumphrey kid, Coach, I mean, if things go right, I don't think there's 3 games, but there's at least 2 games. He's at basically 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns now. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be on any of the first teams because just a lot of great backs in college football this year. But he's one of those guys too. And well, you're talking about maybe one of the most productive backs you've ever had.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, Matt Forte rushed for over 2,000 one year, but yes, he is one of the most productive backs I've ever had. He is so good with the football in his hands. Excuse me. You know, he's like I said, he's quick, he's fast, he's tough. You know, he makes plays when there's nothing there, and that's a sign of a great back.
Coach, just knew this team this weekend, San Jose State. What do they have for us in store, and what kind of issues will they be able to give us this weekend? Well,
I think first and foremost they're dangerous. You know, they're 3-8, but you know, they got scholarship players and they got coaches too, and you know, they can come and kind of ruin our season, so to speak. So, you know, we got to be ready to play. And the big thing is, if you look at them, they're leading the nation in pass efficiency, and they're actually in defense, and they're actually 22nd in total defense. So defensively, they've been doing a pretty good job. They've just had a hard time scoring points. I think they're averaging about 20 a game. So we need to get up on them if we can and try to put them away as fast as we can and win the football game.
Coach, you know, one thing I've been really impressed with since I've been here in San Diego is the type of level of coaches that are in this program, and not just the football program, but I'm talking Steve Fisher, the baseball program that was set up by the late Tony Gwynn. I mean, if I'm a kid and I want to knock, and you guys come knocking on my door, Bob Toledo, a Brian Sipe, a Rocky Long, you guys come knocking on my door, I got to feel that the door opens for you guys. And it's quite a testament to the sports program because you guys have quality people at just about all the major programs that are in San Jose State's athletic programs.
I think Jim Sterk and the administration have done a great job here of hiring the right people that fit this mold, and then they've done a great job. He's let them coach, and they've done a great job. He's tried to give them as many resources as he can. I think the president has done a great job of funding us and helping us. And, there are some outstanding coaches here, and this is like a gold mine. Now, this is a place that's just waiting to explode, I think. It's so beautiful here, and the facilities are nice, and the school is great academically, and there's so many things to do. I mean, it's a wonderful place, and if anybody decides to come here, I don't think they'd ever have second thoughts.
No, you ever got me on an airplane, and people back in the day were recruiting me, it'd be tough to get me to go back home, I'll tell you that. Even some of the places that I visited. However, I will say this to you, and let me get your thoughts on this. Do you believe, first question, do you believe there's going to be conference realignment still to come?
Yeah, I do. I still believe that. Yeah, I think there's some teams that are going to move around yet, and I think eventually down the road, I think there's going to be more than just 4 teams playing in the playoff system.
Here's something that I throw at you. I never ever would say that San Jose State's ever going to be in the Pac-12 because I think you're going to get too much pushback from UCLA and USC because this is where they recruit too. Big 12, something like that, where our basketball program matches up with Kansas, and you see what the basketball programs would do. I mean, something like that. I think it would change recruiting overnight if we were in the Big 12. Would you be in favor of something like that?
Well, I don't make those decisions, but yeah, I think it'd be great, and I think there's a possibility that San Diego State may be in the Big 12 some year. There's going to be realignment, like I said, and it's not over. And I think there's a great possibility that us and maybe even a couple other schools will opt for those leagues.
Coach, I got to tell you though, the things that you guys have done here, going to another bowl game. That's got to be something, too, that you can hang your hat on. With the limited amount of resources compared to a UCLA and USC, both you and Rocky have worked at places like that where you have almost unlimited checkbooks on being able to go and recruit any place in the country. You guys are a little bit limited on what you're doing here. You got to be pretty proud of getting these guys into bowl games.
Well, there's no question that, we are limited. We don't have the resources we had at UCLA. Rocky and I laugh about that all the time, when he was my defensive coordinator there and the things we did. And we just don't have it. But what we have, we've been very resourceful. And for us to be in our 5th bowl game in 5 years, that's a record here. San Diego State has never been in 5 consecutive bowl games. So I think we're heading in the right direction. I think Rocky's done a great job, and I'm just excited to have an opportunity to do it this year.
Hey, before I get you out of here, every time I see this number, 44 rushing attempts to 31 passes, I know it's going to be an interesting conversation with you each and every single Tuesday because I know what you want the number to be reversed. Okay,
I do. You're right, absolutely.
Hey, have a great game against San Jose State this weekend, Coach.
Thanks, Dan. I'll talk to you and have a great Thanksgiving.